Hi everybody, welcome to Nerd Purpose, and I'd like to introduce you to our one and only mascot, Mr. Booth, who is just the cutest thing in the whole world, and those eyes pretty much gets him whatever he wants. So say hi, Booth, and you'll see lots of pictures of him, and he'll have his own profile. So wanted to just throw out a really quick video explaining what Nerd Purpose is. Probably a couple months ago, I did a really soft push out to Facebook and friends and family, and it was really just a personal blog. And believe it or not, very, very quickly it grew and grew. Had some great friends come on as contributors, and it's evolved into a full-fledged site with actually 2 sister sites coming very shortly, probably by the end of the year. So, why did I create Nerd Purpose? Well, when I turned cough years old, I really had to reevaluate my life. I've been very lucky in my jobs and such, but they were really just to pay the bills. I needed something that fulfilled me, that I was passionate about, and to be honest, that left my mark on the world. So I created Nerd Purpose. Nerd Purpose is a site that celebrates nerd culture, positivity, and inclusivity. So those are things that I'm all passionate about. Why did I decide to do this? Well, probably about 2012. Puppies making noises. Okay. So about in 2012, Wil Wheaton gave a speech at a convention to an unborn child about why it is so awesome to be a nerd. And it really resonated with me. It was not so much about what you love, but how much you love it. Us nerds, when we love something, it's to the extreme. And to be honest with you, while being nerdy back when I was a kid wasn't the coolest thing to be, or even mainstream in any way, that has definitely changed. So I think everybody in this current era has something that they're nerdy about. And I think that you can be nerdy for so many different things. You know, you have the traditional Whovians and Harry Potters and Star Wars nerds, and then you have the math and tech and gamer nerds. But you know what? You can be nerdy about sports. You could be nerdy about coin collecting. You can be nerdy about Broadway. I think everybody is nerdy for something. That one thing in your life that just clicks for you and speaks to you on some kind of level. So that being said, that's kind of how this has evolved into this site. Something else I wanted to do on Nerd Purpose was give back. So I am partnering with the Humane Society of America to do a t-shirt drive. So we'll design a t-shirt and get it posted on the site, which I'll push out to Facebook and family and friends, and all the proceeds will be going to the Humane Society of America, which, if any of you know me in person, know that I have 4 rescue dogs and 1 rescue cat. So it won't always be the Humane Society. I will probably do Earth Justice once, or St. Jude's. I really hope on a monthly basis I have some kind of t-shirt or charity drive going. We will have our own product as well, which we'll have our own shop for, that will have a lot of health and wellness products, as well as t-shirts and mugs and such we make ourselves. Nerd Purpose will have 2 sister sites. The first one will be called Namaste Nerd, which will be our health and wellness hub, where we'll find all the self-care, healthy habits, exercise, all of those types of articles, all with a nerdy edge, I promise. The second site will be called doitnerdy.com, and that's really where we have our DIY section, as well as that's where our store will reside. We're also going to be creating these t-shirts called I'm Nerdy For. So back to what I said earlier, you can be nerdy for the environment, you can be nerdy for comic books, you could be nerdy for math, you could be nerdy for equality, you could be nerdy for so many different things, and we'll have those rolling out by the end of this year. Very shortly, we'll be going to the Chicago Comic-Con, which I'm super excited about. We'll be represented there this year, working on getting press rights to go to the conventions. And while most people know that all nerdy things seem to happen on the coasts, the majority of the nerds don't always live in LA or New York. So we have a giant nerd community in the center of our country, so I would like Nerd Purpose to be the Midwest hub. So that does mean we'll still cover Chicago and Indianapolis, probably Atlanta, you know, some of the larger cities, but I also want to cover some of the local comic book stores and mini museums, and, you know, we might do a Supernatural tour across the country. A lot of travel. So I'd really like to get out and meet other nerds and, you know, kind of find a place for us to all find common ground, like I said. So I'm encouraging you all to share with your nerdy friends and family. Everybody has something that they're nerdy about. Follow, like, share, subscribe, and please leave feedback. I love constructive criticism, as long as it's constructive and not mean. I am so very lucky to have such a strong support system in my life, and I want to thank you all for those of you that have been there and for those of you that are going to help in the future. I am looking for contributors, so if you want to share your nerdy knowledge and want to cover gaming systems or games themselves or tech, or you want to volunteer your marketing services or programming services, because right now it's volunteer only, but hopefully in the near future that could change as I hope the site grows and grows. So I want to thank you guys all very much for helping this dream become a reality for me, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you so much, and stay nerdy. Bye.